Hello and welcome to at Sentinel Food Court Racer relatively early this Friday morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the first day of the weekend, last day of the week depending on your perspective. A perspective heavily colored often by the American Monday through Friday work week. Speaking of work week, what would cause me, Dan Wolfson, to use a testosterone boosting supplement? Well, work and the lack of ability to do it. In my case, that was carriage return clerk at a large grocery store, and it got hard, it got anxiety provoking, I felt helpless, and I was leaving early. So I got a male booster, Ageless Male Max. After trying a creatine to little to no success. Later finding out that creatine itself, despite not having really much nutritional value, not being a food, actually can have slight, although not firmly tested, mental health benefits. Now, if you combine Ageless Male with creatine, that may actually be a booster to someone that is healthy to begin with. But they have to have food to fuel their exercise. After all, it is a calories in, calories out type of human existence, along with many of the other mammals. Maybe excluding the ones that do photosynthesis. Ageless Male, why did I take it? Why would I be interested in testosterone boosting in the first place? Number one reason is a history in my sport of doping. Not my own history, but a history of athletes, some that I even respect still, Tyler Hamilton being one, and some others as well, Christian Van de Velde and George Hincapie, who likely did use those types of substances. I do dearly apologize for stating the names of those athletes, but just working on the assumption that the early 2000s and the 90s were heavily covered by doping. So I don't really know what the word for it is, but kicking myself in the head could be one for naming names of people that have basically been on drug-heavy teams, including one Lance Armstrong. I don't know that 7 Tour de France victories can be considered a make-a-wish, although he did deserve a make-a-wish after being close to death from cancer. 7 Tour victories, heavily influencing generation of cycling, selling a lot of bikes, yes, getting people into road cycling, yes, are good things, but overall, have we seen true benefits of Lance Armstrong's advocacy work in the sport as far as getting people into it? Yes and no. Again, I state that I used a testosterone booster to boost my performance at carriage return at a large grocery store. I then asked my primary care physician if it was okay to do so. She said no, it would not be recommended due to the fact that I need fruits and vegetables. That is what a healthy person needs. Generally. that is where you're going to get your multivitamin without actually taking a pill. I think that vitamin supplementation, from what I read in an internet article, are good for three things. One, vitamin deficiency as tested by a blood or urine test. Two, actual medical deformities, surgeries that require supplementation. And three, one that I don't know of, but highly funded people doing mental and physical, that are looking to gain the mental and physical edge. That may help. And it may just be placebo, but if that 1% can get you that pay grade increase or get you that promotion, maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not. So, since then I've discontinued the testosterone boosting subs and feel pretty good about it. I do take vitamin D, 1,000 milligrams of fish oil, and like the B12, 1 teaspoon, I believe, liquid formulation, because it kind of gets me out. And do know that coffee is very high in the spectrum of B vitamins. Although it may not be represented in the micrograms in a cup of coffee, it's more than enough to get most people going. And the people that are overworked and underpaid generally use energy drinks. I already have today. Not good. I'm trying to get off them. So, the do's and don'ts of idolizing athletes, supplementation, and in general, trying to gain that edge. Cheers and happy Friday. Have a good day.